Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Fit and Fab Celeb, and this is week 6 of my ketogenic bodybuilding prep series. I hope you all had a nice week. I had a nice week, better than some weeks in comparison. So it was my shark week, and as I've kept studying my body, I kind of expected the outcome of this shark week, but the how I felt, the progress, how my body composed was actually much more better than previous times. So let's go straight into the summary. So for this week, my weight last Sunday was 73.5 kilograms, and my checking in weight, which is this Sunday, is 73.85 kilograms, bringing me to a total gain of 0.35 kilograms. Now, in time past, when I gain weight because of my shark week, it's like upwards of 2 kilograms. Okay, so this is like a big win. Although, as you will see later during the week, there was a massive sweep of that weight upwards of, I think, 2 kilograms, but it came down like almost immediately. Like I think by the next day, the weight just came back down to normal. So that by the end of the week, my weight gain wasn't as, big as it used to be previously. So this week, everything was pretty much dialed in. My average steps, 10,989 steps, average fluid, 3,694, and average calories this week was 1,723 calories. So this week I was very strict, let's say 95% of the time. I'll tell you why. So I had keto diet and low carb diet. It was mainly ketovore. So for 85.7% of the time, I was eating ketogenic, and I had a low carb diet once. So, and that was only 76 grams of carbohydrates. So that isn't even in the high range of low carbohydrate diet specification. And I managed to do my protein sparing modified fast twice this week. This week, I told myself that I know it's my shark week, but I'm going to be very religious with the diet so that if anything changes, I can actually see the magnitude of the hormonal influence and how quick I can get back to normal, as compared to, just leaving everything to fate and just eating as I like because it's my shark week. So it's a great week, right? So on the last Sunday, I have like high days and low days. So the protein sparing modified fats days are the low days. So on my high days, I had 3 days of 1,805 calories or 1,825, depending on which calculator is being used. So, and they were all ketovore. So I had my high days on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and my low days were just on Monday and Friday. Where I had my protein sparing days and I had 843 calories with 138 grams of protein. This week, hunger level was mostly low, apart from yesterday, the Saturday, where my hunger level cranked up, and that I think that made my calorie intake sort of bump up overall. Yeah. So I did weight training 5 times this week, like active, like heavy weight training, sorry. And then I did low intensity steady state cardio every day. I did a minimum of 20 minutes, so 20 to 30 minutes this week every day. Um, and then I did zone 3 to 5 cardio, I think 1, 2, 3 times this week, which is good. I'm going to work on increasing that to 4 times in the coming week. So yeah. Um, so on Sunday, I had my keto meal, fasted for 19 hours. On Monday, I fasted for 21 hours. Tuesday, the fasting was shorter, fasted for 13 hours. Wednesday, I fasted for 25 hours. So what I've noticed in this pattern is on the days of my protein sparing fast, I tend to stretch out the fasting hours because one, the meals are small, and two, um, I also want to like increase the fat burning window, and I try to like do it like a one meal a day kind of diet thingy. Yeah. And then so on Friday when I had the low carb, um I had already, I think, no, okay, yeah, Friday. What happened on Friday? A friend visited, and so we made a meal prep. So the food I was supposed to eat on Saturday, I pulled it back to Friday. So afterwards, because I hadn't done any activity, I went for a low intensity steady state cardio, but I did that for I did that for one whole hour. So I did 1 hour of low intensity steady state cardio on the treadmill, and I my body was sort of craving something to have, so I got myself dark chocolate. There was a 70% one because I had to compare the calories and the sugar content. So I got the one that I thought has that is darker. It has some sea salt in it, so I was like, okay, salt is good. And so having that chocolate, that dark chocolate, brought my carb count high into that 73. Otherwise, it would have been like a 30-gram carb day. So then I think maybe that carb influenced my Saturday, because then after having the meal I was supposed to have on Saturday that I moved from Friday, I was still feeling like, oh, this is not enough, this is not enough. But then I learned something about my body. So in a bid to, stave off the hunger and, drive down my appetite and all that, I decided, okay, let me try out having butter. Let me see if this butter thing will have more fat thing is going to work for me. So I had some butter, I think 48 grams of butter, salted butter. It's not naked butter. I had that, but I still felt like something was missing. I was so empty. Then I got myself a glass of milk. I drank a glass of milk, but then it left some emptiness inside of me. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to keep trying anything any further. I'll just go and make myself some steak and egg and eat. And that's what I did. I had steak and egg, and it was like my whole body just said, yes, this is what we were looking for. So the steak and egg settled it. So from what happened on that Saturday made me realize that my satiety food is protein. My body is much happier having protein for satiety compared to having more fat. So, but it doesn't mean that the protein has to come naked, because I also noticed that when I have very lean protein, I get hungrier, sort of, I get uncomfortable. So I have now found that balancing out the protein and the fat is what brings me much more satiety as compared to just eating bare fat or bare protein. So that's a lesson that I've learned for this week, and it's good to know. Yeah. So my um last week I thought my luteal phase was gonna last for 2 weeks, but I am not a typical woman. My luteal phase, I think, lasted only 10 days, because my cycle is very short, not super short, but it's short from standard by 3 days. So I have a 25-day cycle as compared to 28 days. Hey guys, there was a little break in transmission. I didn't know my memory card was full. And so the video cut short. I had said a lot of things. So I hope I can remember everything that I've said, because I really tried to say a lot in this video. Um, So, in light of my cycle, which is very short, 25 days, I'm now going to be implementing, making some changes as it relates to my diet, not training, because I think I can manage with the training. But when it comes to the diet, I have to be making a little bit changes. So, I'll be entering into the follicular phase this coming week. And from what I've learned so far, in the follicular phase, the women tend to be more insulin sensitive, able to utilize more carbohydrates as compared to every other time in the cycle. So I have a program that I have formulated, which I'll see how it works this week, and I'm going to be sharing it by next week. But it's all about having some form of carbohydrates before workout. So the particular amount that I'm going to be having is what I formulated for myself. So I'll be sharing that hopefully by next week when I do the check-in video. So this week, being my follicular week, I want to see how my body responds to that additional carbohydrate intake, but only on the days that I'll be training heavily. But the difference is that I'm still going to be sticking to my protein sparing modified fast days. I do not want to have any other additional carbohydrates on those PSMF days. So that is going to stay constant. But for my other days, which I have higher calorie, that's the that I'll be implementing the pre-workout carbohydrate, and I have to make sure that I utilize that carbohydrate. If I'm not going to use it, then I wouldn't take it. Yeah. So that is that for the tweaking. I'm still going to keep my training constant, my rate training constant, my cardio still going to continue with my low intensity steady states and getting in as much walks as possible. Like I said earlier, I'm going to try and get in more zone 3 to 5 cardio, say instead of three, say 4 times this week, and see how that goes. But I'm not gonna be, killing myself over it. My goal is to make sure that I get my 10K steps dialed in per day. And fluid is still all right. I'm not going to be changing anything for now. And what else? Yeah, I think that's it. I do hope that you stick here with me and see how I transform, because I have a lot of changes. I'm so happy the way my body is changing. And as I can see so far, my upper body is leaning out quicker than my lower body. And that is going to be affecting how soon I'll be competing. So, because my initial plan was that I was going to do a competition on the 5th of July, but the way my body is going, I'm not seeing that yet, but I'll make the ultimate decision after 2 weeks, after I see how my body responds in 2 weeks' time, and I can make that decision to say either I'm doing the show or I'm pushing it further, because this time I want to bring a very good package to to the stage as a natural athlete. Okay, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you'll be here by next week. So make sure you subscribe, click the notification icon so that you can know whenever I post. I'm trying to, although I work full time, I do a lot of things. So, getting content out there is really, really hard. But I'm going to try and be posting so much more as the week goes by as well. So I'm thinking of doing a vlog style kind of video, but that would be in a week where I have so much less to do. So that will be coming in the future. But for now, keep it locked in my channel. Comment, let me know what your thoughts are, and I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Bye.